garden. And first you'll come on in here and see that in the pots we've got some Japanese eggplants, some lemongrass. This here started out as a bell pepper patch, and you can see some bell peppers in here. Planted some corn and sunflowers to give them shade, because when you see here, whenever we get fruit on the vine, boy, honey.
Okay, sorry.
We get fruit on the vine, and the plants take the full sun. But there's a fruit right there. The fruit ends up frying in the sun. The plants can deal with a straight sun. So I planted sunflowers and corn to give them shade, but the sunflowers and the corn grew better than expected. And now I don't know what to call this patch. So here, all down this fence line are the peas, and they're doing remarkably well and tasting wonderful. Obviously here too some corn. Over here, yeah, come on, check this out. These are our string beans, and the string beans seem to be enjoying their life. They are from our seeds from string beans that we grew last year. Cabbage is doing well. Somehow we got some runaway romaine lettuce seeds that instead of growing over here, they walked over here. So this is because it gets shade in the afternoon, we do lettuces and spinach and bok choy over here. Zucchinis there. Some very slow growing cucumbers on that fence line. Down here, this is kind of fun. This is a carrot plant from last year. We had carrots here. We left some here so that in their second year they'll flower and produce seeds, and then that's what we'll plant here next year for carrots, carrot patches. Looking healthy. Spring onions. And Geraldine saves the spring onions we buy, saves the roots and puts them in the ground, and that's what you see here. This is our beets, and we love beets because all summer long you can eat the beets, and then at the end of the season you end up with a beet. And some volunteer lettuce plants, because there was lettuce here last year. Cucumbers all along this fence line, and obviously onions here. We something sprung up, didn't know what it was early on, but apparently we didn't harvest all the potatoes from last year. So there's our garden. Out here we've got some fruit trees. And up front, come on up front, you can see this. No, they got planted late, but in here there's some okra as well. And then over here, we tried asparagus this spring, put in some asparagus, and some of it took, some of it didn't, but also then in the part that didn't grow asparagus. We put potatoes for this year. We'll try asparagus again next year. And then some young fruit trees that, God willing, will end up with some fruit one day. So, that's for the most part our garden for this year, and we're hoping next year to expand it out a little bit and maybe develop a patch out back as well. But it's all fertilized with some local horse manure, cow manure, chicken manure, compost, and mulch that we've just sort of worked into the soil. And so far it looks like we have some happy plants, so we're happy. Somebody's over there talking about something. Oh, butter something, butterhead, I don't know. Butter lettuce and more romaine. This romaine is wonderful. It's just so crispy and fresh when we eat it. We love it, so we planted more here after we finished the bok choy that was here. Reseeded spinach after we ate all the spinach that was there. There's even still some spinach mixed in with the lettuce. But we really enjoy that lettuce. And as well up here, you see up on the right, there's that cabbage. It looks like it's starting to hit already, which we're sure happy about. This one here is, this one's starting to form into cabbage, which is good. Last year we only had a couple plants and only one of them really turned into a head, and it was really late in the season. So we hope this year we get some more. And with all these flowers on the string beans, we're hoping to have a good harvest of string beans this year as well. Yeah, some more tomatoes. We've got, Geraldine's been taking care of, we've got an infestation of potato bugs, and they love the potatoes and tomatoes. And you'll see what they've done. Here, bring it over here, babe. They have just decimated this tomato plant. And here Geraldine has decimated the potato bug population, but there is, in fact, it looks like it's laying eggs or something, but there's a potato bug, and we were infested with them a few days ago, and they were really chowing down on our plants. The good news is, thanks to Geraldine, we have a lot fewer. Got some potatoes in bags to see how that works. And a project we just started. We're doing what I think people call compost tea. And compost tea is just a bunch of stuff from the yard and from animals stuffed in here that let it sit for a couple weeks, and liquid fertilizer. And then back here, we just started it. So these are pretty young plants, and we're not too experienced yet with strawberries, but we're getting some now. And we're hoping that the plants expand and grow, and this will be our strawberry patch. And we'll probably extend it down next year. If this is successful, we'll extend it down a little further. But like I say, we haven't done much with strawberries before now. Yeah, cucumbers. Last year the cucumbers were incredible. We had so many and they were so good. Oh, ginger, yeah. She put in some ginger root right there, just a couple pieces, and it's growing, and then some cilantro over here. And it just came up a little bit ago. It looks like it's doing well. And as always, we end up with volunteer tomatoes. We've got them all over the place. We pull them up like weeds. And that's our garden for the summer of 2022.